Welcome to Strategy Battle Gamers to another GBHL YouTube channel video. You're here with your host, GBHL James, and I'm not going to be playing today. We have got two special guests with us. Who have we got?
Nigel and Steve.
Right. Steve's a mini celebrity, isn't he? Because he appears in some battle reports. You know, doesn't do very well in them. So these two guys will be playing. I'm going to be filming. And what have we got to look forward to in this 600-point game? What have you got?
I have on my force Treebeard, 2 Ents and a Great Eagle.
And the Treebeard and the Great Eagle is supplied by myself. And the 2 Ents are from Shadow and Flame. Those are some of our channel sponsors, so they're going to be looking pretty on the battlefield. And Steve, what have you got?
Got my Thron Skulls force, which is Faramir with 6 knights, maxed out. Berylond with 10 Fighting Court Guard. Who else have we got? Damrod with 9 Rangers. 4 long on a horse with 4 clansmen and 8 axemen.
Fantastic. So we can have a little look at those now and see what scenario we're going to be playing. So this is Nigel, 600-point force with Treebeard, Standard Eagle and 2 Ents supplied from Shadow and Flame. Looking pretty gorgeous there. And we've seen this army defeated many a time on the battlefield, particularly by all-mounted Rohan. It's Steve's 600-point Gondor and Fiefdom army. So the guys have just rolled to see which book they're going to be doing the scenarios from. On a 1 to 3, it was in the DOS book, and that's what we end up going to. And on a D3, it actually went to Seize the Prize. Now, we all know that Seize the Prize isn't the most balanced of scenarios. And with an Eagle being in there, we're actually going to experiment and do the modifications to Seize the Prize that me and Jamie will be doing for the Desolation of Stockport 2.0. And the changes that we do, it Seize the Prize as normal, except you must get the prize off your opponent's board edge, and also you get 3 points for breaking the enemy, and you get 5 if you remain unbroken at the end of the game. So we're going to see how this plays out now, but this is an exclusive for you guys. And the prize for this scenario has been supplied by Bob Miniatures, and he's just a villager, and the objective is going to be to try and guide him off the opponent's board edge. So this is our table after deployment. As you can see, Nigel just deployed his Ents up there in the woodland terrain. Any of the woods that you can see that are actually fixed onto bases, they are woodland terrain. And we've got a few areas of impassable and some difficult terrain around as well. And Steve's lined all across the front there as well. So we are going to go into turn 1 priority. Let's roll a dice. It's always important to seize the prize. It gets a 6. And priority to Treebeard. So here's the battlefield after the movement phase. The Ents just moving up the middle there, the Eagle coming round to the flank. And in the meantime, it's 4 long leading the way for the forces of Gondor and Fiefdoms as they try and cover all bases. We're going to go into the shooting now. We're in the shooting phase, so we've got Damrod and everybody but the final 2 ranged on the end, shooting across at Treebeard. And we get that many hits. So he'll need 6s by 5s on Treebeard. Damrod is the blue one. He gets 1 6. Can he get a 5 and get a cheeky wound on Treebeard? Oh, and it's not Damrod, so Treebeard remains expectedly unscathed. And the N2 are only in range of the birch tree giant there. They need 3s to hit. 1 hits. Now there isn't in the way for the hill, which is 4+. And he misses. And with that, that's the end of the shooting.
Oh no, hang on.
Oh no, you've got Berylond.
Brown's going to shoot the Eagle.
So he's shooting at the Eagle, so can do that yet. There will be an in the way for the tree. So he has moved, hasn't he? So 4. Has he moved?
No, he's not moved.
He's not moved. So 3. He hits. Does he get past the tree? No, he doesn't get past the tree. And the monster horde over there remain unscathed. With that, we're going to go into turn 2 priority. They roll a dice, and priority goes to the Gondor force. So Gondor got priority, and his Fountain Court Guard is going to attempt to, it's not really digging up the prize here, trying to escort this passenger away. He needs a 4+ to get him, and he does. So the passenger is now under the custody of the Fountain Court Guard. So this is the battlefield after movement. So the Fountain Court has now got his prize in custody, but Treebeard has charged in over that central objective. The Ents going on the flanks there, and the Eagle swooping down on a couple of the guys who came in to protect Forlong, who heroically fell back out of range. We do have some shooting, so we're going to go into that shooting now. So all the Rangers who have moved half are going to be shooting at the birch tree giant here. So they need 4s to hit, and we get a fair few. 6s by 5s. and not a single 6 there, and Damon's was the blue, so you can't bump it up. And now we've only got Baragon. So Baragon hasn't moved?
Nope.
And you're going to be shooting... have you got a clear line of sight? You don't have to shoot through your models?
There's things in the way of everything. Does the height not to come into account now?
No, not if part of it's obscured by your model.
Can't shoot them.
So with that, it's the end of the shooting phase. That's how the battlefield looks. Let's go into turn 3 priority.
Combat.
Oh, we got combat!
Fights, yeah.
Nearly forgot that then. Okay, so it was your priority, Steve, so you get to go first.
I'm going to go 200 with the clansman.
Yeah.
Which is what colour dice?
Eagle gets 6.
Eagle gets a 6.
Blue and red is...
But you say which one, because it'll be -1.
Yeah, that dice. You know what I mean?
Ah, right, I see what's going on. So you get the 6, so I'm going to talk Nigel through his special strikes now.
Yes.
So Nigel's learned all about hurl and he thinks that this is definitely the best choice. I would probably agree with him. He's going to hurl that clansman, so we will be going 4 inches plus 5. So he's going 9 inches, which will certainly pass through the axeman, the 2. So he hurls, he goes onto the floor. So he takes a strength 5 hit, first of all, and you're a defence what?
They're a low defence, aren't they?
And defence 4. So you'll need 4. First off, roll a 4 for him, see if you kill him.
Nope.
No, and he takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 strength 3 hits, which will need 5s. So a single 5 will kill him.
No.
No!
No.
So he lives. He lives. Okay, so then you need a strength 3 hit on the axeman. That will need a 5. Nope. You need 6s on the guard. So
2 guards?
Yeah.
So... Nope.
Nope. Okay, then you need a 6 on Forlong, who will be automatically thrown as well.
Nope. It's a 4.
But he is thrown. He is thrown, so you take an additional strength 3 hit here.
Strength 3?
Additional 1 for being thrown. No. So, thrown rider. And he's fine. So, that hurl didn't do what it statistically should have done. It doesn't matter. Treebeard is certainly going to make up for it in the next combat now. So, Treebeard versus Fountain Court, supported by 1.
Shield.
You shield? There's no point shielding. You're in.
Oh, right, you only get... Yeah, because he can't shield, can I? Yeah, that's fine.
And Treebeard gets the 6. So, same detail, you can choose what you want to do. So, Nigel's learning all the special strikes here. He was thinking about hurling, but of course then he's hurling the prize, and the guy wouldn't die until over there, dropping the prize there. So, he's going to rend, because Fountain Court's defence 7, and strength 3. So, he will just need 3s from one of these, and he does, which means the prize goes to Treebeard. So, Treebeard and his Ents and Eagle have managed to get the prize and squish that Fountain Court guard. So now we're going to go into turn 4. Priority. 3. Turn 3 priority. And it's priority Gondor. And this is the battlefield after movement. So
I've still got to move again, sorry.
So it's partway through movement.
You will pull this fella off.
Yeah, so he's going into contact with him. So Steve moved a lot of his Gondor back, some of it coming forward on that right flank, but importantly in the middle was try to mob round on Treebeard, utilising that bodyguard wall to get the charge in, passing the courage test with an axeman here as well to get in on the Eagle. And in the meantime, Nigel with his spare Ent has gone into the back of that Fountain Court guard there. So with that, there won't be any shooting because Steve can't shoot into the combat, so we are going to go into the combat phase. At the start of the combat phase, would anybody like to call any heroics?
No. I'm good.
No. Okay, so whose priority was it?
Mine, and I'll do Treebeard's first because he's still trapped in it.
Yeah, he will be. Okay, so it's Treebeard's 3. Oh! Oh, you
3.
He's got a 3 high, so
Treebeard will use a point of might.
makes sense. So point of might from Treebeard goes down to save his skin. And I'm guessing you will be rending.
Rending, yeah.
Rending, so needing 3s.
That way around?
Yep. Oh, and all 3 of them get smashed.
No!
So we've got some Fountain Court jam on the floor there. Next up, Steve.
Do the Eagle. I'll piercing strike.
So the Eagle. Oh, that's a bad roll. Oh, but that's worse. So what would you like to do to him?
Strength as well, or? What's his strength?
His strength 3. Oh, what strength do you go? I'm sorry, no, it's what defense do you go down to? So you go down by 1, so you have 4. So you need 3s to kill him unless you want to hurl him or something.
Yeah, I'll kill him.
Yeah. And he gets deaded. And next up, we've got the Ent here against the Fountain Court. You're going to shield, and you lose. Rending.
Yeah.
And get him with that 6 there. I'm sure the Shadow and Flame Willow Giant is fine. And next up, the Birch Tree Giant. Wow. Shield. So against the Shielding Fountain Court, you could win this with a 6, and he does win it. But he did shield, so the Ent is pushed back. So that's the end of those combats. Pretty brutal from Treebeard then, but he did have to use a point of might to win the fight. We're going to go into turn 4 priority. And it's priority to the Ents. This is the battlefield after movement. So Steve did call a heroic move with Forlong, just to get up a bit closer, stop Treebeard from making too much progress, but also, by the looks of it, more importantly, to tie up the Eagle. And then Nigel's just moved up the rest of his stuff. Some bodyguarded Fountain Court charging in. There will be some shooting because we've got Willow Tree Giant exposed to the Rangers there. We're going to go into that now. So we've got 5 normal and Damrod with clear line of sight firing at the Willow Tree Giant. They've moved, have they?
Nope.
Nope. So
they've moved off.
So 4s. And he gets 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And needing 6s by 5s. And nothing there. Doesn't get anything. So with the other 4, needing 4s. And he gets 2 hits.
In the way.
4 plus. Both get through. Double 6 now, watch this. No. So some ineffective shooting there. Will he be shooting? He'll be shooting his combat, won't he? So with that, we're going to go into the combats. So we've got a Eagle versus a shielding Fountain Court. Nigel rolled a 3. Oh, and the Fountain Court guard gets the 4. So the Eagle is pushed back an inch. Next up, we've got the Birch Tree Giant versus the 2 Fountain Court.
Can I shield these?
You can do, yeah. So against the shielding Fountain Court,
you win.
And the shielding Fountain Court take it. So Birch Tree Giant is moved back, which leaves Forlong the Fat and Support versus Treebeard. So Treebeard gets a 5.
6.
And there's a 6. Are you going to use a point of might?
I am not.
So he's not going to use a point of might. Now Forlong is strength 5.
Yep.
Which means that will he need 6s?
What's his defense? 8.
Defense 8.
6s and 4s. 6s. Double check, did we say?
Yeah, we're just going to double check that now, but he needs 6s. So the red dice need 6s by 4s, and the other 2 need 6s, straight 6s to wound. Oh,
nothing.
And absolutely nothing there from those guys, but they did manage to win the fight and push Treebeard and his prisoner back. With that, we're going to go into the next turn priority.
5.
5. 3. And it goes to the Ents. This is what it looks like after the movement. So, one failed coach test from a clansman there, but everything else was just sort of positioning. The Ents moved up, charged Forlong and some Fountain Court, and the Ent on the end has moved towards the Rangers, who didn't budge. They're just there. They're going to take some shots, which we are going to see now. So all shooting at the Tree Giant.
2, 4, 6.
And it's got this many dice. With the
blue one's Damrod.
Blue one is Damrod.
3 plus.
3s. And gets a fair few. And needing his 6s by 5s.
Oh shit, it's been
Not a
terrible.
single 6. Well, needing 6s by 5s is pretty tough going.
I've not got 1 6 though.
You've not got 1 6. And with that, we're going to go into the combat phase. So we've got the combat. We've got the Eagle here, who rolled very quickly.
Sorry.
And he rolled a 6, so he's 1. So what's he going to choose to do?
He'll do a rend.
So he's just rending him, so just needs 3s.
Yes.
And he kills him with that there. Next up. Which one?
We'll do normal Ent.
I'll shield.
Yeah.
So we've got the 3 from the Ent, gets the 4 highest. Shielding Fountain Court get the 5, and they win. So the Birch Tree Giant is pushed back. So we've got Treebeard versus Forlong and 2. So let's see what happens here.
Red's a Forlong.
Yeah.
So No 6 there.
6.
But the 6 from Forlong pushes Treebeard back. So Treebeard moves back. So we've got Forlong. Forlong will need 6s with his 2, which are the red dice.
Yeah.
So 6s.
1.
And he gets 1. So do you want to roll your next 2, which needs 6s by 4s?
That's 1.
That's 1.
That's 1.
And you get the 4. Oh, close. Okay, so you got 1 fate point.
Fate point. Yes.
And you pass it. So Treebeard is down 2 might and a fate.
He's down 1 might, 1 fate.
1 might, 1 fate. And with that, that's the end of the turn's combat. So we're going to go into the next turn. Priority. 6. Priority goes to Gondor and Fiefdoms. So this I was looking after movement, and wow, it's going to be an exciting turn. So we've got 1 Fountain Court in on the Eagle there, and then quite a lot in on Treebeard. Quite a lot managed to get in there. Even Cavalry managing to charge this Birch Tree Giant there, and Faramir and his Rangers charging the Willow Tree Giant. So we're going to go straight into the combat phase. Let's start the combat phase. Any heroics?
No.
No heroics. Right, so we're going to start off with
The Eagle.
Starting off with the Eagle. Shielding Fountain Court.
4.
4. So the Eagle takes it. So what would the Eagle like to
He'll
do?
go for a rend.
He's going to rend him, and he kills him. So that's another Fountain Court gone down. Next up,
Do the 2 charging knights in the Fountain Court.
2 charging knight in Fountain Court versus the Birch Tree Giant, who only gets a 3. 4. You get a 4, so you do take it. So obviously the Birch Tree Giant can't be knocked down.
With the lance.
Now with the lance, so you were strength 3 against defense 8, which needs 6s by 4s. But -1, you need 5s by 3s.
Yes.
5s by 3s. 5s by 3s on which colour dice?
The grey.
On the grey dice? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
No.
So the Birch Tree Giant survives. Okay, next up we've got all of these Rangers here. I'm guessing the guys in the front rank will be fainting, as will Faramir.
2, 4, 6, 7.
Let's see what the Willow gets first. Oh, he gets a 3, so not great rolling from the Ents. Let's see what happens. And you win it. So you've got the 1, 2, 3, 4 fainting dice at the front.
I'll do the fainting below.
Oh, sorry, you've got 3 fainting dice plus Faramir.
Faramir's red because he's going to be hitting on.
He'll be
5s.
He'll be on 5s, yeah.
So 5's on the red.
5's on the red. You want to? Yeah, 5's on the red. Let's go. So nothing there.
I'll use a point on mine.
Do you want to see what you roll?
Oh yeah.
And everything else first.
The blues are fainting.
Blues are the fainting dice. And absolutely nothing there. So are you going to use anything?
Yeah, I'll use a point on mine.
So Faramir is using a point of might
Yep. Cheeky wound
to get a cheeky wound on the Ent there. So that Ent is now down to 2 wounds. So on to the Treebeard combat versus Forlong and support. Clansman charging Knight of Minas Tirith, and 2 Fountain Court and 1 Axeman of Lostnark support there. Let's see if Treebeard can get that magic 6. Oh, he gets a 4.
Oh, Jesus.
This is the problem with the big monsters. You're relying so much on getting those 6s. So
I'll do them individually. So 4 lands with his support.
Forlong and support.
Needing.
Yeah. 6, and you can't. So no.
Oh.
No good. The Clansman. Nope. The Charging Knight. 2 dice. Nope.
Oh.
You've got 2 Fountain Court and an Axeman Lost an Ark. No!
You're joking.
Treebeard wins on 4 against how many dice?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Wins against 10 dice on a 4. Unbelievable. So, what is Treebeard going to do? You've got lots of options here. We'll come back when Nigel's decided. So Treebeard is rending Forlong. He needs 3s. So Forlong has to take a fate roll. The game of bad dice rolling. This continues. So you take a wound. Forlong takes a wound. And wow, but you should have died really. Forlong takes a wound, and that is the end of that turn. Let's go into the next turn. Priority. And you had it last time. It's priority to Nigel. Wow, crazy stuff. So so lots passing courage test there to get in. There was a heroic move called by Forlong? Yeah, to just make sure that he had some things tied up so when it came to his normal movement he could have free reign. So as you can see, there won't be any shooting at all. So we're going to go into the combat phase. At the start of the combat phase, would anybody like to call any heroics?
I'll call heroic strike with Forlong and Faramir.
And would you like to counter at all with?
I'm okay.
You're okay, good stuff. And which combat should we start off with?
The eagle.
So we got the eagle versus 1. So eagle on 1. Eagle gets 5. Oh! You didn't choose to go two-handed either, so which was a good thing. So you will need your strength 3.
Strength 3, yeah.
So you're going to need 6s by 4s. No.
That's just not that.
Yeah.
So he goes back. So next up,
Do this end.
we're going to do this tree giant here. Who gets the 6? So you get to choose what you're going to do.
He will rend the knights.
You'll rend the knights? Okie dokie. So, rending the knights, you'll need 3s. And 2 die.
Any in particular?
Say them 2.
So the 2 on that side are rended. Next up.
Oh, sorry. Go for that.
So we need to see what fight value Faramir goes up to. So the Ent is fight value 7 or 8?
7, I believe, for the Ents.
7, so you need more than 2. And you get a 6, so you are now fight value 10. That doesn't look too good. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 fainting rangers with their spear supports. And then Faramir, you get the 6.
And he gets the 6.
So let's see what happens. Faramir is the red dice.
Faramir's red.
You didn't charge.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay, so a 6 will win it. Oh,
there it is.
I thought they were 1s for a second. So the eagle, so the Ent is trapped. So we'll start off with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 dice with the fainting that needs 6s by 4s. Your defense 8, are you?
Yes.
Yep. So 6s by 4s. Nothing there from the 4 fainting.
You reroll?
Oh, reroll those ones. Yeah. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 dice needing 6s by 4s from the supporting rangers. And there's 1. Doesn't do too great, so you need a 4 to cause the next wound.
Yes.
And you do, so he's down to 1 wound. So will Faramir kill him off with his 4 dice, which needs 6s?
There he goes.
Oh, and he's got him.
Is that Mark? Is he dead?
He's the only one
there
left.
anyway.
He's down.
So he's down. The willow tree giant has been killed. And we're going to move on to the Treebeard combat. So we've got Treebeard against a heroic striking Forlong. Now Forlong's only fight 4, so Forlong does need to get a 5 or a 6 here. 1 dice.
No.
You mad dead?
So throw again. I'll reroll.
Reroll 1 of them. And he gets a 2, so you're still lower fight than Treebeard. So Treebeard, does Treebeard get the 6? He doesn't, but he does have a point of might, so let's see what happens here. So you've got 1,
2 for the charging thing again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You've got 10 dice. We'll come back to that when Steve puts dice together. So we've got 2 fainting Fountain Court, we've got Forlong, and we've got all the supports here. So they get a 6 and they force. Yes, lots of 6s. So using a point of might.
Oh yes.
Nigel uses a point of might to win that fight, and we'll see what happens now. So Nigel's chosen to rend Forlong, but he's got 3 attacks. He's just going to do the first 2 because 2 will kill him. 2 3s will kill him. 1, so he has to use the next one to kill him. Yes. Oh, and Forlong bites the dust. Wow. And with that, that takes us to the end of that turn combat. So pretty bloody stuff. We have lost a willow giant. We've lost Forlong, and a couple of the knights who charged in there. We're going to go into the next turn priority, and it goes to Gondor. Next up, the birch tree giant Birch Tree Giant needs that 6, and he gets it, and he's going to choose to...
Rend, prioritising the Fountain Guard, Remember Knight.
Yeah, okay, so needing 3s. Wow, so you get the Knight, you get the Fountain Guard, and you get...
A Ranger.
A Ranger, so I guess in one that's closest to this board edge.
Yeah.
And next up we've got the Eagle. The Eagle gets the 6, and he wins it. He gets a 4, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dice. Obviously fainting and piercing striking where appropriate. 6. And he gets that 6. So the piercing strike goes up to... Goes up by 1, so your strength 4, so that needs 6s, 2 dice needing 6s. He gets 1, and the Eagle's gone. With that wound from the piercing striking axeman of Lost Knight, and wow, does that swing it, does that swing it. We're going to go into the next turn priority now. And it finally goes to Nigel. So Steve was broken and Damrod legged it, so couldn't use his stand fast, and obviously Nigel charged into Faramir over there in his bid to break out from the board. Tons has run away, but this is how it's looking. Locke's got into combat there. Let's go into the... Which one would you like to do first? So we're going for the Ent here. If the Ent gets a 6, he wins. And he does. He does.
I'm just going to wail on terrain. In fact, I'll prioritise the... go for normal attacks, prioritising the Axeman.
And finally, Treebeard. Does Treebeard get the 6? He gets a 3. What happens here? You get 4. So Treebeard wins. So Treebeard is going to choose to...
He's going to hurl Faramir. Yeah, somewhere this way.
Yeah, so he's hurling Faramir from this point in the base, this way to go through those 4. So the difference in strength is... So Treebeard chose to hurl. He's hurled Faramir, and Faramir, he survived the strength 5 hit, but the 5 strength 3 hits have taken him down. Faramir is now dead. He is now dead. What we're going to do, we're going to roll for next turn priority. Now, if this cuts out, we are on the last bit of battery, so we're going to see what we can get here. It goes to Treebeard. Treebeard is going to move up.
Legging it.
Move up his 6 inches. This Ent giant will probably go there. Yeah. So this is how it's looking. More stuff has run away. This literally be it now. We're just going to do this Treebeard first. Treebeard, the 3. He gets a 6. He wins it. He's going to hurl him back.
Yeah.
He goes back how far? He goes back 6 inches. He'll go. So he clips that support there. Does he get him? No. Yep, he does. So strength 5 hit, needing 4s. Yeah, he's dead, and the strength 3 hit on the support. Just see if Steve gets breaking points here, really, because Treebeard's going to walk off the board in a couple of turns. The Ent gets it.
Yeah, smashing Rangers.
Yeah, just killing Rangers, and 3 of them die. And with that, that is going to be the end of the game. So Treebeard will be walking off. Epic handshake there. We're going to try and get into a post-battle Batrep breakdown. Welcome, guys, to a very quick and brief post-battle Batrep breakdown. It was a victory, and our modified seized the prize. So Nigel, with a great list there. With who lent you those models? They're very generous to them.
It was yourself.
Yes, it was, and it was good to see them win, because I don't think I've won with that list. So you obviously know something more than I do. So how did you find the new modified seized the prize? You two both played the older version.
Yeah, it's a bit more interesting, mate.
Yeah, having
more
to
to think about. Yeah, it's better.
Yeah.
Makes it a lot. Makes more of a game of it.
I think we're doing
a lot fairer game.
If you break, you get 1 point. If you break without being broken, you get 3. If you get 3 for being on your opponent's board edge at the end of the game with the prize, 5 for getting it off, 1 if you're on your own. So that's what we're thinking of. What did you guys think of Modified Seize the Prize? How did you find using the monster special rules, by the way? Because you're only just getting into the Hobbit rules, aren't you?
Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Love hurling. Love hurling stuff,
don't you?
Love it. It's immense. I love being hurled about, yeah.
This is going to die any second, so with that, I'm going to have to say comment, like, share and subscribe. Support your Hobbit hobby.
Happy strategy battle.